Welcome if this your first time on the channel. Today we are talking Godfather of Harlem Season 4, and I'm discussing who will take up the mantle now that Malcolm X has passed. Where will they get that conscious element of the show now that Malcolm X is gone? Because that element of the show is what makes the show special to me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, check out the other content, and click that like button. That's how they push the video. Thanks for supporting. But this show is different from all of the other street shows because it has that conscious presence and it's so strong. In the first 3 seasons, we got that from Malcolm X. He was the person that really brought that consciousness to the show. Him and the Nation of Islam, because they also showed the Honorable Elijah Muhammad too, who's a complete legend. Let's not get that twisted. Elijah Muhammad is probably the one. Not the two, but the one. You got Elijah Muhammad, Booker T. Washington, Malcolm X. In my opinion, those three, Minister Farrakhan. I mean, it's a lot, to be honest. Martin Luther King. It's a lot of guys out there, but they got to bring that conscious element back. They got to replace it. And it's people they can replace it with because it's New York City. We know New York in the 60s was very conscious. So we going back to Malcolm X passing February 21st, 1965. Who is in New York City at that time that can now take up the conscious element for the show? Well, one group is the 5% Nation, also known as the Nation of Gods and Earths. They were founded in 1963 by Clarence 13X, a former student minister of the Nation of Islam. So you have that connection. And what were their purpose? Well, to uplift black men and women, lead and teach them about self-determination and their divine nature. So you can bring that element in if they want to go in that direction. And this can be the conscious element if they start to spin off with Frank Lucas. You can have Frank Lucas, and then you can have Clarence 13X. So you still have that street element, and then you have the conscious element. And we know that everything ain't going to line up perfect, and they're not going to have every detail right. Because I seen in the comments of the last preview video I did, it was people saying, hey, this is so fictional, it's not done how everything happened. And it's like, yeah, we know that. It's loosely based on things that was happening in the 60s. We understand that. It's loosely based on the truth. Now, besides the 5% Nation, besides the Nation of Islam, who are some more people we can get that consciousness from and incorporate that element on the show? Well, another group is the Black Panther Party. That's another group that you can put on the show. Show Bobby Seale or show Huey P. Newton, Eldridge Cleaver. You can bring those people in that group on the show too. And then you also always got Martin Luther King out there. You can do that too. Maybe have Martin Luther King on one show, one episode. I wouldn't have Martin Luther King just a regular on the show because he wasn't a regular in New York City. In my opinion, they really got 3 options. They can do Bobby Seale, Huey P. Newton, Black Panther Party. Very popular. A lot of people know Black Panther Party. They can continue the story with the Nation of Islam, right? Where they have Elijah Muhammad being more active on the show, or they can bring in the 5% Nation, which I feel like might be a little least popular, but I think it'll be great for more people to learn about the 5% Nation and the Nation of Gods and Earth. I know they're popular because I knew about them, but I don't know if as many people know about the 5% Nation that know about the Black Panther Party, that know about the Nation of Islam. I don't think they are that popular, but I think it'll be great to teach people about. So this will be a pivotal decision that they have to make, because they got to keep the conscious element on the show. You can't just abandon the conscious element. People love that element of the show. It's what make it different from Power and Snowfall and The Wire and all of those shows, So what direction do you think they should go in? Do you think they should bring on the 5% Nation, stick with the Nation of Islam, Elijah Muhammad, or go with the Black Panther Party? All those three elements would be great. They can bring everybody on and then focus more on one area. They could do something like that too. So it's a bunch of different directions they could go. Let me know what direction you believe Godfather of Harlem should go now that we lost Malcolm X. As always, if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check out the other content and click that like button. Y'all be easy. Be safe. Peace.